episode. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, what's up sis, what's up bro, how we doing today? I am actually getting ready, just like a quick face, getting ready to go watch West Side Story. My sister just like invited me and I was like, sure, like why not? Why not go see West Side Story? And then I started thinking about something that just has been on my heart lately. And I wanted to do a video about it. And so today's the day, you know, just like this whole notion of like grief during the holiday season. And specifically, two ways, right? Grief because of the gaping absence of someone who once was in your life and they passed away, you know? That's a real thing to have to maneuver and manage and dig through the emotions of. And so grief during the holiday, I feel like it's extra magnified. One, because sometimes like it's your first time without the person, and also because it's like this time of year is so heavy on like the family, you know, or heavy on just this idea of culture and coming together and togetherness. And when you come together and this person is missing, you really feel that thing. And honestly, you feel that thing every day, right? Because the person is no longer in your world, and so you've had to kind of move on. But for some of you, it might be your first time dealing with something like this. And the other side is grief around this time and thinking about how life isn't where you want it to be, and it's not ideally where you thought it would be at this time in your world, at this age in your life, at this season in your life, and it ain't matching up with your desires, right? And so there's like this grief. There's a duality of grief that I have reached, right? God and I have really walked through some really heavy stuff and some really heavy healing. My bad if the lighting is kind of weird. I'm in my old room, and so I'm just kind of like, I picked up the camera and I said, let me just talk about this as I'm here, but the lighting looks a little different, so I'll try to fix that. Actually, let me see if I could fix that right here. For me, there's such a duality because there's this feeling of, man, I wish my life was different. You know what I mean? Like I really wish that like I had my own family and my own little traditions that I would be building up with my husband and kids, and you know, putting my kids to work as well, you know, and all these different things that like I thought my life would be at this point. But then there's also this like sense of, what's the word I'm looking for? Sense of like peace and excitement as well for what like God is doing in my life. So it's like both can exist. Like you don't have to feel bad for feeling excited about the future, specifically if you're someone like myself who is like single again and who is on the other side like, wow, hold up, like Lord, I really do feel like I have desires to remarry, and I really do feel like I desire kids, and I really do want to experience that. And that's a beautiful thing. But you could still kind of have this feeling of like, well, what would my life have been like right? Not sitting in that thing and then feeling like, you know, you can't move forward because of it, but really just understanding that, like I said in my last video, like, your story matters to God, and every detail is accounted for. Every detail is accounted for, and none of what has happened in your world catches God by surprise. And so as it relates to grief in the holiday season, like I kind of wanted to talk about here, allow yourself to feel period, right? But also allow yourself to have that duality during this time. Don't allow your grief to rob you of the life that you still have on this side of heaven, right? The life that you still have on this earth. Don't allow grief to rob you of that. Sit in that grief for however long you have to, but also realize in the back of your mind, like, I have to move forward. I have to live life. There's a reason why I was designed to be created. I was designed to live this life. I was designed to see today, the fact that you're watching this video, and you have to respond with a yes. Like, you have to just keep going. You cannot give up when life tries to, like, rob you of that excitement and rob you of, like, that ability to move forward. And it's okay. You don't have to. I had to deal with that. I had to kind of, like, tell myself, like, like, you can be excited, you can love again, you could date again, you could dream again, you can have your own goals and your own dreams and build yourself up. Because guess what? At some point I will remarry. You know what I mean? Like, I will have children, and I cannot rob myself of that hope that I have, and that hope of having a future with someone, and wanting that, and being okay with that. And also saying, wow, like, I really had a life. Like, my life was so different 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was married. I was only married for, let me see, September, October, November. I was only married for 4 months 10 years ago. And I was experiencing, like, culture shock because I had never lived anywhere other than up north, northeast. And it was just so much going on in my world. And looking back now, I'm like, wow, God, like, the cadence of my life is in your hands. And so I have nothing to fear. I have nothing to fear because you got me. So let me hurry up and finish this face. Like, using the viewfinder as my as my mirror, because this movie is at 3 o'clock, and if I leave now, I'm getting there at like 2:53, which is fine because, you know, like, the previews and everything. So this movie is very special for me to watch for a lot of reasons. Maybe I'll share it, maybe I won't, but if you guys get to watch it, let me know if you enjoy it too. Let me finish my brows and I'll come back on in like 2 seconds. Okay, so I put my brows on and I put my Maybelline lippy on. It's like a little, like, lip gloss, and this is the color 009 Topaz, or Topaz, I think. Super cute color. It reminds me of, like, the Fenty lip balm. Is it lip balm? Something like that. So I'm about to head out to go watch West Side Story.